It's so noisy at the fair, but all your friends are there. And the candy floss you had, and your mother and your dad. Oh, to live on Sugar Mountain with the barkers and the colored balloons. You can't be 20 on Sugar Mountain, though you're thinking that you're leaving there too soon. You're leaving there too soon. There's a girl just down the aisle, oh, to turn and see her smile. You can hear the words she wrote as you read a hidden note. Oh, to live on Sugar Mountain with the barkers and the colored balloons. You can't be 20 on Sugar Mountain, though you're thinking that you're leaving there too soon. You're leaving there too soon. Now you're underneath the stairs and you're giving back some glare to the people that you met, and it's your first cigarette. Oh, to live on Sugar Mountain with the barkers and the colored balloons. You can't be 20 on Sugar Mountain, though you're thinking that you're leaving there too soon. You're leaving there too soon. Now you say you're leaving home 'cause you want to be alone. Ain't it funny how you feel when you're finding out it's real? Real. Oh, to live on Sugar Mountain with the barkers and the colored balloons. You can't be 20 on Sugar Mountain, though you're thinking that you're leaving there too soon. You're leaving there too soon.
Well, hello, and good evening, and welcome to the funfair slash circus slash fairground slash all of that sort of thing. I had been planning to do a themed night, and it was a very hot week, and I thought, well, maybe summer, but it's not really summer yet, so that's rubbish. No, I don't know. So I asked Bostart if he had any bright ideas, and he came up with this without me even giving a summer-themed prompt. So hurrah! And it was perfect because we are kind of in. It feels like a night that you might head out to ride some attractions, and I'm sure we'll have plenty of songs about some of those along the way. and some other stuff that's more metaphorical and allegorical and all those other ickles. So, yeah, hope you guys are having good weeks. And Evan David, I just saw your comment. So, yeah, another pretty damn decent Doctor Who episode. That's 4 in a row. Blimey. And Bostar, I glimpsed your message, and that tune is sat in my Spotify list of possibilities. So I'm not probably going to do anything too random tonight, unlike my usual way of life. Before I start, now let's start off with a super long tune. You wouldn't get that on Reactions to the Classics. Not starting off a stream with a 10-minute song. No. But we're going to. And I don't know if any of you know Renaissance, but they did an album 50 years ago called Scheherazade or Scheherazade and Other Stories, and the opening track is written by their lyricist, but based on their lead singer Annie Haslam's first date, I think, with a chap you will know by the name of Roy Wood. They went to a fairground late at night, and it was closed. So that was very romantic. And the song that came out of it was this. It's called Trip to the Fair. Evan David, feel free to plonk some of your possibilities that are in your noggin in the chat, and they may well already be in one of my list or other, but if they're not, they could very likely be added. Renaissance, by the way, are or Renaissance, as our American friends might call them. I've only become a fan of them in the last few years. I don't know if anybody out there is also a watcher of Jim Newstead on his channel, but he did a vinyl listen along to their Turn of the Cards album, which I watched and enjoyed greatly. So I picked that one up, and then a few others, including this. Yeah, and as Bostat points out, they had a rather interesting history, being their first two albums really bear no relation to what I know, which is the Annie Haslam stuff, which comes in from album number 3. And they did manage one big single. Literally only one charting single, but made the top 10, Northern Lights in '78. After which they tried to go more commercial, and unlike, say, Genesis, failed miserably at it. It's not for everybody. after this very long song is over, I've got a song war lined up, which will take us back to a previous stream, which is Beatles covers. So you can try and guess what those songs might be and whom they might be done by, if you so fancy. And let's see, Evan David, I've got at least one of those in already, and one of the others I thought of and then failed to put in, but I shall rectify that. And the other one is by Kiss, and I could clearly not consider them at all.
Be that they've all gone home. A trip to the fair, but nobody was there. A trip to the fair, but nobody was there. Voices of yesterday make not a sound. Even the roundabout stopped going round. I wonder just what it means.
Hello, Ash. Welcome. Welcome to the fair. And a belated NDL viewer. I don't know if you've seen Ash, but I do have a reaction up on the channel to my bit of that video, so if you want to know the inside story from me of what happened, it's all up there to be rewatched. Indeed, I can even probably find you a link because I'm just that nice. And if you didn't know, Ash, or anybody else who's out there, we are listening to songs related to fairgrounds and carnivals and circuses and all that exciting stuff. With a link in the chat for you there, Ash, and thank you very much. Thanks for popping by. I hope you get something out of being in these parts as well. And on the subject of the song, as Bo Starts mentioned, the lead singer is the delightful Annie Haslam, with Michael Dunford on guitar and John Tout on keys, and he doesn't mention it, there's another John on bass, John Camp. Thank you, Ash, you too. And they have recently done their farewell tour, effectively, at which point, you know, most of the kind of classic lineup have shuffled off this mortal coil, as we might say, but Annie's still around and sounding pretty good, but she's decided to call it time. So, one of those acts I will never actually see with my own eyes. You can't see everybody, can you? one of these years I might get Sean to react to the title track of this, because it's only 26 minutes. I'm sure he wouldn't think that that was too long at all. I have another slightly proggy-ish epic for us a bit later on as well, but we'll get to that at some point, probably. Bostart already knows what I'm referring to, I think. I feel like I did have an Alice Cooper track on here, but no, I don't, so I shall throw that on. Well, that's a long one as well. Well, 6.5 minutes. And I don't know if you know the song in question, Bostart, but I know you know Deacon Blue, so I've got Circus Lights in the mix, which is not a song of theirs that I'm familiar with, and I don't know if you didn't mention it because it's no good, or you just didn't think of it, or don't even know it. All of those are possibilities. I haven't actually read that message, Bostart. I saw it flash up on my phone, which is why I know about the Eric Clapton thing, because that was obviously at the start of the message. But I haven't seen any more than that, at least not yet. And now that I know that I should, I might head over and check that one out as well. So, that was Renaissance with Trip to the Fair. Well, there's a one we might head to later. We've got lots of Ferris wheels and big wheels songs. There's an awful lot of Ghost Train songs. There's a few, well, there's a couple of Tunnel of Loves. And what there else is there's a Helter Skelter. But as I said, we're going to move to a Beatles cover song war. And Helter Skelter will be second up. But first up, let's really head to the circus with Eddie Izzard from the Across the Universe soundtrack. With, well, you know it. It's this.
For the benefit of Mr. Kite, there will be a show tonight on trampoline. The Hendersons will all be there. Late of Pablo Fanke's fair. Have you seen it? It's great. They got stuff over men and horses, hoops and garters. Lastly, throw a hogshead of real fire. In this way, Mr. K will challenge the world with the blue people. They're great. They're just chilled out.
Hey, son, welcome. Thanks for popping by. I mean, you're welcome to stay, obviously, for as long as you like. But I'm learning that the NDL fans are brief visitors to Activist Reactor. It's nice of you to come over and check us out anyway.
And of course, Henry the Horse gonna do the waltz.
that could be a possibility, haven't David?
It's genius.
Don't actually know if we have enough live visitors for Songwriters, but we're going to do them anyway. You can settle that between yourselves, each other.
She's called Henry, and it's a lot of explanation, but don't worry about it, kids, okay? Just tune in, turn off, drop out, drop in, switch off, switch on, and explode.
I don't think I've heard this version since I saw the film, and I saw the film in Auckland, so that's telling you how long ago that was. It's good fun. I love Eddie.
Will demonstrate 10 Somersets he's gonna
Or should I call her Susan? I don't know.
Whatever they are. Having been some days in preparation, a splendid time is guaranteed for all. And tonight, Mr. Kite is topping the bill, baby! Across the universe! It's me! I'm on top of the bill! I spent years getting to this point! I'm bloody brilliant! It's just God, you gotta see what I do, man! I got horses and dogs and cats and monkeys and blue people! It's such a collection! I spent years putting it together! You gotta watch it! You gotta see it! It's me! In the thing!
All right. That was a slightly comedic take on a Beatles classic, but here's someone taking the heaviest Beatles track ever and bringing it up to speed to the 80s. Who could be doing such a thing? Why? It is Pat Benatar with Helter Skelter. Hassan, I'm all over the place, but basically rock. Mostly classic rock, because I'm not that old, but I pretend to be older than I am. But, you know, a range of things as well. Lots of singer-songwritery stuff. A bit more modern indie rock. But on the streams here, depending on who's in, we hear all kinds of things from all kinds of genres if they're related. So some weeks we do what we're doing tonight, which is a theme show based on, well, tonight's Fairgrounds and Circuses. But other weeks we just do a general thing and people can request and suggest any old thing that they like from any genre, so it goes all over the place. Evan David saying Eddie Izzard made a good Long John Silver in a Treasure Island. And wasn't a Muppet movie? Who was Long John Silver in the Muppet movie? Hassan, I hope I'm saying your name right, by the way. I don't really sing, although in a couple of weeks I'm going to put a song up, a kind of cover of a song on the channel just for something different. Music's my first love, but I had to get into acting because I could do that, but singing not so much. Most up, this was the Precious Time album, 1981. Pat had her very own category in the Grammys in the early 80s, where she won Best Female Rock Vocalist 4 years in a row. And she's another one that I've never seen live. She's very big in New Zealand, but I only started going back there after I'd left. I think she's been to the UK once in her life. She was a cabaret singer. I'm going to get this poll ready before. She actually got her break by doing a community theatre project written and produced by Harry Chapin, another favourite singer-songwriter of mine, who suggested to her that she rock it up a bit, and she took his advice and did very well out of it. And of course it was Tim Curry in Muppet Treasure Island. It's been too long. All right, thank you, Pat. All righty, let's head over and get one of Bostart's suggestions in, and let's start with the Eric Clapton tune, which is just called Circus, and sounds a bit like this. This is from Unplugged. Let me go and... Yeah. 2, 3, 4. Yes. So this is about a night out with his son Connor just before the other famous song on this album, Tears in Heaven, became relevant. Speaking of Harry and the long songs that I'm forcing on Sean, I'm giving him a 10-minute Harry Chapin song for next month. It's set in Texas, but it's not a cheery tale. That's all I'll say at this point. Okay, Bostart's telling us this didn't feature on the original Unplugged album, but obviously wasn't played at the show it was recorded at, but later appeared as a studio track on Pilgrim. When I was looking through Spotify, I was just searching very obvious titles and seeing what came up, and this was the one that suggested for him for this. So sad. All you friends gather round because the circus left town. Little man with his heart so pure and his love so fine. Stick with me and I'll ride with you to the end of the line. Hold my hand and I'll walk with you through the darkest night. When I smile, anybody who hasn't voted in the poll, whether you heard the songs or not, we've got a tie, so we need at least one more vote. Otherwise I'll have to decide. You know what I'm like about decision making. All you friends gather round because the circus left town. Oh, blimey, Bostart. Saying that Mr. Clapton replied to a comment he made on one of his more recent uploads. Given that Mr. Clapton can be quite volatile, I take it that it was a pleasant reply, and knowing you, I'm sure it was a pleasant comment. So sad. There ain't no easy way around, and it's sad, so sad. All you friends gather round, 'cause the circus left town. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Eric. All right. As I suspected, it's ads time on Spotify, so let's see what else I've got cooking on my little list. Here's one that we haven't had anything, and it's a much more up-tempo tune. This is one of the more metaphorical tunes I was talking about because it's from Blood, Sweat and Tears in 1973, the No Sweat album, and it's about how life is a roller coaster. First up, George was, I mean, it's almost unfathomable how gracious he was towards Clapton after he nicked his wife, amongst other things. So after this we will attempt to set up Kiss against Alice Cooper. But I know who I'd vote for out of these two options before I even hear them. Or do I? Maybe not. Hey, Agent Prince. I was indeed. and thank you. I thought I was, as usual in life, just kind of clueless and not having a clue what was going on, but getting through it anyway. So I don't have the No Sweat album. This is from the period where David Clayton Thomas, who's the most famous singer for the band, had left, though he would return a couple of albums later. And what had been a massively successful band became much less so. So this is the only tune I know from the album. It was the only one that made it onto their double disc best of in the 90s, but I've always liked it. You know I love my horns. All right. And yeah, something completely different yet again. Thanks to Evan David for suggesting these two. We'll start off with heading to the Psycho Circus with Kiss. I don't know anything about. Oh wow, this is from the Psycho Circus album in 1998. 8-minute track, title track. Strap in, folks. Well, Evan David, if you say 96, I'd believe you over Spotify doesn't do well with dates, especially if it's not contemporary. Even then it can get them wrong. Just over a minute in, and I'm pleasantly surprised by this. I still think Alice is going to take it, but we'll see. It's confirmed as 1998. Oh, produced by Bruce Fairbairn. This must be quite a late production for him. When did Bruce die? 1999. Yeah. That says the singer co-writer is rhythm guitarist Paul Stanley on this one. I mean, I don't know my Kiss vocalists from each other. That I guess I thought that this wasn't Gene because it sounded quite good. This is actually really good. Colour me shocked. Gene wasn't even with them at the time. See, I didn't know that they'd even made albums without him. Just to show how much of a Kiss novice I am. Kiss are one of the ultimate love 'em or hate 'em bands, aren't they? And I can't say I really hate them, I just have never listened to an awful lot, and what I have heard I haven't particularly liked. I'm just jealous because I don't have the makeup ability to match them. I wonder if he played on some of the album but not all of it, maybe Benatar. Although, knowing Gene's ego, having a title track and lead-off track that he's not involved with would be a shock in itself. Going to win the previous poll, even though it is on a... We got more votes, but it still ended up as a 50-50 split, so everyone's a winner, baby, that's for sure.
We bought this ad to give you a minute to breathe in.
Spotify kind of giving us a break between songs, as it so often does. I don't know, when I listen to Spotify for an album, I usually get 2 or 3 tracks in a row before it gives me an ad. Sometimes it seems that when I stream through it, we're lucky if we go one entire song without getting an ad before the next one. We'll just stick here and we'll wait for... Yeah, there we are. We're in already to the second part of this song war, which is Alice Cooper. And he's actually going to have to work a lot harder than I thought he would to win this for me. This is Sideshow, and we're still in the 90s. This is from The Last Temptation in 1994. Another album opener, as it happens. Alice, of course, has so many albums. This is his 13th solo album, so obviously not counting the, what was it, 7 by the Alice Cooper Band. And of course we've got a new Alice Cooper Band album coming out for the first time in 50-something years. Oh, blimey. Bit of a disparity between Alice's 90 success. This album made 68 in the US, but number 6 in the UK. I don't know if that's typical. I mean, I know he's always done very nicely over here. So. Hey, XL Beats. I'm kind of surprised that I'm getting still getting fresh traffic from NDL. I mean, it's very welcome, but I mean, he's died. The madness after the video went live was great, but I'm glad that it didn't sustain itself. Oh, really? Both start saying that keyboards on this album are from Derek Sherinian, who's in these days, of course, Black Country Communion with Glenn Hughes, Joe Bonamassa, and Jason Bonham. He did have a spell in Dream Theater as well, and has also been in bands with, or done projects at least with Simon Phillips. One of my 3 favourite Toto drummers of all time. I haven't either, Bo Start, and I'm not really a Glenn Hughes fan either. In fact, outside of Burn from Deep Purple, I don't think there's an entire album that he's on with any of his projects that I've made it all the way through. I did see him once. He did a co-headlining tour, well, I say tour, it was 3 dates, with Fish. Neither of them were very good. Yeah, Simon got around just as much as all the others, but obviously more on the UK side of things. It's still a couple of minutes to go. I will load up the hole for this one. In the order that we're hearing them. Evan David, funny you should ask about circus-related Magnum or Marillion tunes. Short answer is yes. And I'm sure we'll hear one of those probably the next time Spotify plays an ad. Wow. I thought Alice was a shoo-in, but it turns out that if I was voting, I would actually go for Kiss on this one. Which, speaking of shock rock, is a shock to me.
We have something for everyone's taste. To say you look like a bright young boy. What's the matter, you afraid?
All right.
The best.
Right on cue, Spotify gives us another ad. So, yeah, let's go and hear a little Magnum. As I mentioned to Bostart during the week, this was recorded for their 2016 album, Sacred Blood, Divine Lies, but didn't make it onto the album. And they put out a bonus DVD of a few tracks. And it was only on the DVD, so I didn't hear it for years. And then a few years ago, they put out a rock compilation called Dance of the Black Tattoo and included this on it. So here it is.
There's a room, it's all broken, tattered, where they say someone died. And the girl, she ain't sure what happened, so she thinks she's alive. Hey, come and walk the wild with me, right to the other side. Yeah, come and walk the wild with me, eyes really open wide. But night after night she's still walking alone. The ghost of a memory once so well known. No one can think of her real name. She still hears the sound of the crowd in vain. Rousing up on a white horse she came. Every night she would
After this, we'll head back over to Spotify and check out that Deacon Blue track.
It's a place that's too long forgotten, though you'll still hear the sounds.
Yeah, so as a result of this not been on a proper album. It's probably one of my least played Magnum songs, but it's a good one. I've only played it 12 times according to iTunes. It's definitely a tune on that album, if not two, that I would have said this could have easily replaced, but I'm sure Tony had his reasons for feeling it didn't quite fit. That's the trouble with making a cohesive album, is that sometimes better songs get sacrificed. Oh yes, absolutely, Bostar. I do have a list of Magnum as opposed to a best of Magnum that this and various other rarities and oddities are on. Obviously, I don't play that as much as I do the regular albums. Yeah, Bostar, that's the thing, when they were putting albums together, especially, I mean, this is 2016, but I'm thinking of 60s and 70s, and they had time constraints and all that. They usually had very good reasons for what they left on or took off. But yeah, some songs work better than others in different contexts, I guess. So, yes. Alrighty, let's see what Deacon Blue have to offer. This is from When the World Knows Your Name from 1989, which I guess makes it their second album after Rain Town. Or does it? Because I'm seeing this. Where is this? Obviously, this is an album that's been expanded because Spotify tells me it has 47 songs and is 3 hours and 17 minutes long. I don't think that's how it came out in '89 somehow. Speaking of Deacon Blue, I did give another spin of their new one, The Great Western Road, earlier today, which I think, well, probably going to review it, so I won't say too much. But I like it a lot, except that it ends on the two weakest tracks. And they've got two really quite low tunes in a row to end the album on. Doesn't quite work for me, but the rest of it does. Well, hello, hockey player. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Bosa, I thought you would be looking forward to the Little Feat. The most recent full Little Feat album I've heard is the last record album, so I will give it a spin, the new one, and see what I think. May well even go for it. Well, it looks like we've got some Roy Orbison fans in there, David, so I will indeed add those to. I mean, we're not going to get through everything, clearly, because we've got an awful lot of possibilities, it turns out, for this thing. And yeah, this is another really good one. So obviously they spun off quite a few singles from this album, but not this one, I'm guessing. Penny Arcade. Okay. My spelling tonight is abysmal as ever. I found them, so they're in there. It's a long time since I heard it as well, Bostart, the last record album, because it's one I had on vinyl. Long Distance Love was on that, if I remember rightly. That's one that I liked. But it's been a very long time since I heard it. Oh, cool. Bostart saying the Deacon Blue did this one when he saw them in 23. There's a long list of bands who are playing London this year. I still don't know if I'll see the Doobies, and I might or might not see Deacon Blue at the where are they playing? Wembley, I think. I think I read something like that. It was the first time that they played Wembley since 1990. But my finances are not in good shape, to put it mildly, so I'm holding off on purchasing any tickets. We're just rolling into something I've never heard of, but it's called Funfair on Shepherd's Bush Green, and when I first moved to London I lived minutes from Shepherd's Bush Green, so I thought I'd throw that in the mix. This is from Police Dog Hogan, who have almost 19,000 monthly listeners on YouTube. So. This is from 2022, apparently.
We sat on the swings, talked about things neither of us could divine. When I walked you home after midnight, thought that my heart would explode.
Well, hockey player, you were you were there in 1990. Fantastic.
Growing wild by the side.
Well, just you saying those titles, Bostart, down below the borderline, has come back to me head. I sort of recognise the other titles, but they don't so much. The only one I've got on my current iTunes library is Dixie Chicken. I know I've been negligent with the feet over the years, but I might rectify it one of these days.
The day that I heard you got married, felt like my heart hit the floor. Went down the road.
And hockey player, if you've got any other Fairground, funfairs, circus-themed songs that are leaping to mind that you'd like us to play, let us know. We can throw them in the mix. All going well. I am at the point where I'm already getting the message from YouTube that they've detected audio in the stream, etc., etc. But we'll see how long we last, and might go for a continuation if that's how things pan out. No, I promise nothing.
I remember the last time I saw you on the platform at Kensal Rise.
Yeah, both
In a pair of high heels with a suitcase
on that front, I moved down from the top 10 tier to the song battle tier, and now I've moved down further just to the single song tier for Sean.
Holding hands with my son.
Yeah.
By the time that you'd
Partly
seen
because
the train
I can just
between
react to stuff I want to myself these days, but
got on
mostly because it's
when the train
just a bit
pulled
much.
away.
And I mean, I've been toying with setting up a buy me a coffee page so that people could do one-off requests of things for some amount of money, because they can't do it for nothing. But that's just a thought that's bubbling away in my brain at the minute. It may or may not happen, and if it does, it will happen quite quietly, shall we say.
London, it's
Alrighty.
time to make.
Well, while Spotify is advertising things to us, I'm going to have a wee pause and do some advertising myself. In the week, speaking of geeks, me and the other half went to an acoustic album launch of Andrew Cushion, who I've got stuff up on the channel about from his first album from 2023, but he now has a second to add to it, which is Love Is For Everyone, which came out on Friday, and we've got it on CD, and we have got it on vinyl. Yes, we do. And we've got it on cassette, all signed. I don't think we particularly realised that this is what we'd done, but we wanted to support him, and he's making a bid for the chart, so this will, I hope, play some small part in getting him a decent chart position. Won't be playing anything from that tonight, but I'm bound to be playing stuff from it over the rest of the year. So check it out, is my strongly worded advice. Once again, it's Andrew Cushion. Love Is For Everyone. Available on your streaming service of choice and in multiple physical formats. And he's touring throughout the UK at the moment, doing in-store kind of acoustic gigs, but full band tours starting very soon. We're seeing him at Dingwalls in June, early June. So if he's in your neck of the woods, he'd be affordable. Go see him. That's my advice. And do I give bad advice? No, I don't. Alrighty. That little unpaid for advertisements out of the way, let us see if we can get 2 songs from Spotify in a row from Mr. Roy Orbison. Starting with what looks to be one from his final album, Mystery Girl. This is The Comedians. Thank you to Evan David for suggesting these. Kiss taking the win in the previous poll. And like I say, I mean, I didn't vote, but if I'd voted, that's the way I would have gone, to my shock.
A pastel-colored carriage in the air. I thought you'd leave me dangling for a little while. A silly twist upon a childish dare. Below I saw you whispering to another man who held the lever that could bring me down. He'd stop the world from turning.
I'm trying to work out the chronology of that Bostar, saying it's a cover of an Elvis Costello song. So it's a cover, but Roy's version came out first. That's what we're saying. Well, it must have been if this wasn't released by Elvis until '94. And yes, of course, Evan David, it's prudent, of course, to plug the fact that there is a full album reaction to this from Sean. I think it was Sean. Gosh, it might have been Trey. By somebody at Reactions to the Classics, which you can find on YouTube if you search Roy Orbison Mystery Girl reaction or something to that effect. You'll find it, I'm sure. 1984, that makes more sense most times.
As one by one the lights go out, it's closing time. I see you take his hand and walk away. Walk away. They say that you will always be the last to know. They say that all that glitters is not gold. It's not just that you're never coming back to me. It's the bitter way that I was told. And I'm up while the dawn is breaking. Even though my heart is aching, I should be drinking a toast to absent friends instead of these comedians.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how long ago it was, Bostar, that you'd done that one. And look at Spotify being kind to us and letting us hear two parts of a song all back to back. So this is Penny Arcade from much earlier, I'm guessing. I'm taking this from the singles collection 1965 to 73. So
Blue turned into green, then it was red. And stirring the night, love music played. The light I saw in the night was a penny arcade. Step up and play, each machine seemed to say, as I walked round and round the penny arcade.
I was
Just ring the
going to ask you who Bostar, but I won't do that. In fact,
all the colored lights cascade.
does Spotify know? It sometimes does.
In the penny arcade.
By Sammy King, apparently.
Yes, it played and it played all the time.
Again, that Spotify info to take with a pinch of salt.
At first, I thought it a dream that I was in. Lost in a sea of glass and tin. So dipping my hand in the back of my jeans, I grabbed a handful of coins to feed the machine. Step up and play, each machine seemed to say, as I walked round and round the penny arcade. Just ring the bell on the big bagatelle and you'll make all the colored lights cascade and music play in the penny arcade. Yes, it played and it played, played all the time. Roll up and spend your last dime. Oh, step up and play, each machine seemed to say, as I walk round and round the penny arcade. Just
Almost at the end of Roy's double shot here, so I'll load up the poll and vote away. I fill in the comedians on this one by quite a distance. This one's fine, but that one was real good. All right, thank you to Evan David for suggesting that pair of tunes from Roy, and now we're going to have another pair of tunes, starting with a song that has been recorded by an awful lot of people, but and we'll follow that with an original song by the same group. Who am I talking about? Why, I'm talking about the Hollies, of course. So let's hear, before we get to their own big hit of a fairground theme, let's hear their take on Fortune Teller. This is, I think, from Holly's album in 1965, if I remember rightly.
Went to a fortune teller to have my fortune read. I didn't know what to tell her. I had a dizzy feeling in my head. She took a hold of my palm. She said, son, you feel kind of warm. And then she looked into a crystal ball. She said, you're in love. I said, how could I do so? I'm not friendly with the girls I know.
You say, of course, Colonel Tom was an ex-carnival barker himself, Evan David, but I was not familiar with that particular fact. Oh yeah, thank you, Boaster. I'd forgotten that this was... I don't know how to say his name. Helen Toussaint? I know who he is. I know a lot of his songs. Yeah, other versions by the Rolling Stones, Robert Plant and Alison Krauss, I think The Who, and I'm sure others. Comedians taking the poll by the looks of things so far. So of course this is a Hollies cover, and we'll let that go right into a Hollies original that was one of their biggest hits, and especially international hits, even in America, on the carousel.
Riding along on a carousel, trying to catch up to you. Riding along on a carousel, will I catch up to you?
Graham Nash taking the initial lead lines there, which is very rare on a Holly single. It's almost always Alan Clark the whole way through. Ivan David, there's too much good stuff to watch on YouTube. I don't like the competition. Yeah, one little word makes a difference in the history of Stones or history of the Stones, but we knew what you meant. Alright. Pouring the Roy Pole with the win for comedians. And it looks like we're going down. So I will pause that right there. And for anybody who's still watching the replay for whatever reason, being taken down as happens, and we're going to head over to part 2. So I will end the stream here now and be back on the other one in a few minutes' time.